Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra. If you have not been here before, we are planning for the week in my Franklin Covey Classic binder. This is the Anna binder, so I've got some links down below. There are affiliate links with Franklin Covey, so if you want to go take a look, check those out down below. We're going to get started, so I'm going to refer you guys, if you are new, I'm going to link a few videos for this setup. So I've got my preliminary setup, which I did right at the beginning of January. And I also have my January monthly setup. So that one is pretty much fully loaded with stickers. We will be using some washi and stickers today, but I wanted to just share a few things with you guys first. So I haven't had a chance to change my task cards yet. They are up here. Where are they? I'm still getting familiar with my planner. So they're right here. Haven't had a chance to change them. I have been pretty busy actually the last week. So this is I'm filming this on Friday. So this is still the official first week of January, but this particular video and this planning week will be for the second week of January. So the first week of January, you guys, I've been doing so well with my goals. Water is always a constant battle for me, but we will get to it on the progressive task card like this right here, which I have been using for my goals. So the other thing is an update with my Fancy Plans Co. inserts. So you guys, I'm from Alberta, Canada. I got the notification that my Fancy Plans Co. inserts will be arriving Tuesday on the 11th, so next week. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I was tracking it and I have to pay for customs. And I honestly didn't order that much. I think, well, my order was like $100 US, but my customs amount, I had to pay $40. So just so you guys are aware that you do have to pay taxes and US customs. I paid that, so it's going to be here on Tuesday, and my husband will also be home Tuesday night, so I don't know when I'll get to film that video, but that video will be filmed next week, and I'm not sure what day I'm going to post it yet. It depends when I get it filmed, but it won't be on my regularly scheduled days. My budget videos are being posted on Thursday right now. My Franklin weekly setups are being posted on Saturday. And then I've got a makeup Monday on my other channel on Mondays. So I might do it like a Tuesday, Wednesday. I think that seems a bit more doable, more reasonable. Keep tuned for that. So if you want to follow along with me and see all the videos I post, click on the bell button, because then you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. The stickers I'm going to be using today. This is something I bought from Michael's probably about a year ago now. It is by Craftsmith, and the artist is from Capital Chick Designs. So, whoops, I'm pretty sure she focuses on like women of color, and like it's just gorgeous, you guys. Like this particular one, for lack of a better word, it screams bridal to me because it's like neutral and gold, but I never used to like neutral anything. I'm all about color, but just the way this color scheme is and the designs, it is so beautiful. I have a few of these from Capital Chick Designs. I wonder if I can show you right now. Hold on. I have already used one of them. This is another one. It's black and white, and the only thing that I kind of feel about this, I think I'd used some of them and they were actually black stickers and I couldn't write on them. Or no, maybe I'm mistaken. I can't remember if this was a black sticker or not. So most of them they're outlined in black, but they do have a white writing space because I don't really like using white gel pen in my planner. So yeah, I might use this next time, but this is a nice one as well. I like the black and on gold. And then this one was actually 3 different color schemes. So this is what the color schemes are. So you've got the first one, which has this page. Like if I was to use this for an entire week, I'd probably have to stretch the stickers. This one here, which is just freaking gorgeous. It's like so Moroccan, I don't know. Then there's this one. This is like the green color, and it's the same thing. Yeah, that one there. And then the third color scheme in the sticker book is the blue one. This is probably my favorite. And then you've only got 2 pages per color. And I'm pretty sure you could mix them and it would look all right, but I'm going to try using like 2 pages for each week. I might just use up all of these sticker books because you guys, I have a bazillion and one stickers. Like, you don't even understand my dilemma with stickers. So regular stickers and planning stickers. But yeah, this week I definitely want to use this one. And there might even be enough in here to stretch it for, like, technically I could probably have used this for the monthly setup, but that's okay. I really want to use it right now. And I don't really know, like, I've got these washi tapes I picked out. Again, they're both from Simply Gilded. This was like the very first subscription box I ever got. It wasn't even a subscription box fully. I ended up getting like just the washi from the previous subscription box because they hadn't sold all of it yet. So I bought the whole kit. And this was from August of 2019 or 2020. I can't remember. But I've been getting the boxes for a year or two now, so. But yeah, I just love that. And then this is like another neutral washi tape with light gold and like polka dots on it. So I thought those would be perfect if I'm using this palette color. So we'll do that. And then as for my Tombow color, this is a little bit more pink. Technically, I could go like a neutral color. This one's probably more to that color. So maybe I'll use 910. That's my Tombow washi, or my Tombow dual brush pen along with this, and I think that's it. I'm also just going to look in my Happy Planner quote stickers to see if there's something along the lines of the same color, just so I can throw down a quote. A lot of these stickers are really, they're too big for Franklin Planner because I'm used to having a Happy Planner. And this is another thing, like, you guys, this particular one right here came from Time to Shine, from the Time to Shine sticker book from Happy Planner. I just love it so much. That's probably like my favorite book. Anyway, I'll find something. We'll take a look when we're planning. Probably something gold, because that is probably the best thing for this color scheme. Okay, so the first step in my planning process is I pull out my weekly task card. So this is the one I haven't changed yet. All I have to do is pretty much take off the work part of it because I no longer have work in this planner. I do technically have a reference schedule for work, but I don't really have a work week or anything. I use all of that stuff goes in my Happy Planner. The first step for me is to review my goals. So I head on over to my progressive task card, which is here. And we'll just kind of look at that first. So this is also a pen from Simply Gilded. My mom almost stole this pen on me because she loved it so much, but I was like, no, you can't take my silver Simply Gilded pen. I ended up giving her a different one that was like a matte gray color. But the only decoration on here, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little star right here. I can't even tell you which subscription box this came out of because I don't remember. Okay. So I've done that too. I haven't got half the template done. So I mean, for the first week of January, you guys, we're doing pretty awesome here. So for my business, I completed my ideal schedule for work. And what I'm going to have to do going forward is pretty much write out an ideal schedule every single month. So it's basically a schedule. It's not really an ideal schedule because, and I've had to do some changes since last year. So before, I think it was Monday I would edit. Tuesday was my shop day for stickers and orders and designs and stuff. Wednesday was my blog writing day. Thursday was editing. Friday was catch up. Saturday was planning, and then Sunday was off. And that just doesn't work right now. Also, every time my husband was home, the whole week would be a filming day because I batch film. And then I would go back to those other admin tasks when he was gone. But it hasn't really worked out that way because my videos are more current. So back then I had tons and tons of videos that I had all of these ideas for. I could plan ahead and just film all these videos. And it works for my makeup videos, but it doesn't really work for my main channel videos anymore. And I guess that's my advice to you guys. If you're planning and you're doing something similar and you have to reevaluate where you are, what you're doing, because things change, life changes, right? We have to reevaluate at every step of the way. I do that in my planner every month when I do a new setup. I do that in my life. I do that with my business systems, absolutely everything. Because if you don't change, you're going to stay stagnant and your goals won't you won't be able to focus on your goals because, you know, you're in the same place that probably or that might not work for you any longer. So just kind of reevaluate whenever you need to. So anyway, I haven't really come up with an ideal schedule, but this schedule, it's not really like my work schedule. All I put on there is the ideal date for that month. Maybe I'll bring it out and show you guys because I can't really explain this without showing you. So I put it under business, and I'm just going to show you like the difference between the two types of schedules. So this one here is my business schedule for the month, okay? Simple. I wrote down in pen, highlighted the different types of videos. So anything in brown is like for my main channel. Green is my makeup channel, and then the yellow, the gold yellow is for my blog. And then the light yellow is different videos that I need to film. The main videos I'm going to be doing going forward are my budget videos on Thursday, Franklin Plan With Me is on the Saturday, and then of course the Makeup Monday. So those are going to be pretty consistent. So on here I don't have the setup for my, like when my Fancy Plans Co inserts come in, because I will be kind of not resetting up my planner, I guess, but there are inserts in here I won't be using. For the Franklin Covey inserts, I'll be putting in the Fancy Plans inserts because I want to see how they work with my new system. And it's going to be really, really cool to see how that works. So I have business stuff on that side, but my ideal schedule for January, I used one of my List Lab inserts. And basically in here, I don't put specific things, like I don't put the actual videos I have posted, but I have to work around my goals, and I have to work around Chad's days home and his days off, right? Sometimes it's easier to film when I'm here by myself. Like my son is here right now, but he's being especially quiet and a good boy. He's playing his video game, but my daughter is sleeping. So I have to work around my kids' schedules too. My son does go back to school Monday, so that will help work-wise anyway. And yeah, so on the days he's home, I put film. I'm going to try to take the Saturday and Sunday off, but when he's home, I do filming on the Saturday for date night makeup. And if we have any function to go to, if I do my makeup, I also do my makeup for, you know, outings or functions, stuff like that. And then for the most part, yeah, like I also have to put blog on here. I don't even think I put blog. Oh yeah, right here. So blog. So it's interesting because Wednesday, Thursday, I film for my budget video, but the Wednesday one is a lot shorter. And if I start taking my son to school, I'm going to try to get up at 5 again. So I'll have that done before 6 in the morning. And then I'll be doing my budget by 10, because when I go take my son to school, I just stop off at the bank quick, get the cash, and come home and do the video while my daughter's having breakfast. So, you know, once we get back into a regular routine again, I think it'll all fall together instead of fall apart. But yeah, so this is kind of what I have to do. And it's just, I call it an ideal schedule because this isn't like the actual schedule. I don't have specifics on here. I just have like whether I'm filming, editing, doing admin work, having the day off, planning, that kind of stuff. So it seems complicated, but it really does help me and it keeps me organized. So that's what I mean by that. So biz template and outline, that was my main goal, was just to get it outlined, to write down all of the main topics. And now I'm going to start like the second week of January, I'm going to start going through and detailing every single thing I do. And it's going to take a lot of work. But this half template, I'm going to put, it actually might not even happen until the third week because my husband is home on Tuesday. So that might not even happen this week. I might leave that off until next week. But I'm going to try to start some of it today. Social media marketing, I haven't read any of that yet. I was supposed to start my evening routine and I haven't done it. As far as watching videos and anything on these things, I haven't watched a single video. And this stuff isn't going to happen until the second 12-week period. So I am attempting, I know I had some questions. I was on a Facebook group for planning and I had questions about how I use the 12-week process. I don't really have a video or a blog on that yet because I just started. So basically I look at each week as an entire month, and all it means really is that maybe you don't do more work than you would doing like a whole year full of goals. You just work smarter. So basically you have less downtime, you have less time spent doing random stuff. I think what would be interesting is I might do some research. I do stuff like still difficult to explain. There's certain task management tools that I use and certain planning management tools that I use, but I don't really have a name for them. But it's funny because all of these books that people are reading, like Atomic Habits, like the 2-minute rule, all of those things, they're already written down. Somebody's already kind of come up with the idea, but I do those things without even realizing that they have a rule or somebody writing about them already. So what I'm going to do is my research, and I'm just going to either do a blog or a YouTube video or maybe both, and just explain to you guys all of those things that I use to make my business and my life a success. Because a lot of people are looking for, you know, rules, right? You want to have this plan that you can write down and maintain every single day instead of just saying, well, these are tips that I do in my system. So I'm going to find all of those things. I'm going to do my research, and I'm probably going to do a blog or a video about that. So it's kind of like the long form of an explanation for that. So this stuff I wrote down, like if I have time, I want to watch videos on these to start learning more about it. But my focus isn't going to be until the second quarter anyway. Creator, I haven't had a chance to work on stickers. I was supposed to Tuesday. I didn't get it done. Blog post, I have to do one today because I didn't do that. But the ideal schedule was good. Makeup Monday I took care of. I already have my video upcoming for Monday. I've already got it edited and posted. January Franklin Planner, I did that. The February Bullet Journal, I'm going to be drawing it out tomorrow, which is Saturday. So that will be tomorrow. That will be on there for sure. Movie night, we had a movie night. Clean Mama routine, I wrote it all out. Haven't really followed it yet because she's like, clean the bathrooms on Monday. Who feels like cleaning bathrooms on Monday? My day to clean bathrooms is usually, well, I guess it is Monday. I don't know. It's like every second week. Sometimes I do it at Tuesday or Wednesday. It just depends when I have time. So I think what I'll do is I'll have those weekly tasks, but I'll do one of those tasks at least on that week, but it doesn't have to be like specifically Monday. So anyway, it's like following the rules, right? It's nice to have flexibility in your schedule because sometimes things don't work out exactly the way you write down or plan. List to organize, I've done that. Sledding, we didn't get a chance. You guys, it has been like minus 40 here for the past 2 weeks since Christmas, like since before Christmas even. Where my husband is right now, it hit minus 50 the other day. And was it minus 50 overnight or something? Oh my God, but it's crazy windy there. So that makes sense. And we're going to jump. I think it's going to be minus 26 Sunday night. And then Monday during the day, it's going to be plus 6 or plus 8. Like, what is that? I know I mentioned that in another video, but that's crazy. So I closed out my budget. Here's a question for you guys. This budget process, the closing out of a month for my budget in the budget by paycheck method from the Budget Mom, it takes a lot of time, you guys. It's a pain in the ass, basically. It's very time consuming. It's a long process. But if you want to see how I do it, and if you want me to talk you through it, let me know. I know that might be for my budget watching subscribers, and I'll mention that in my next week's budget. But if you guys are curious to see how I close out a budget, let me know, because even I sometimes struggle with it, and I don't know if I do it exactly correct, and I only use the information that is valuable to me. There's some parts like the percentage of your income I don't really care about. But yeah, let me know if you want to see that. Date night, we did have a date night. So that was New Year's. New Year's, we actually went, they closed down karaoke because they didn't serve alcohol at 11 or after 11. So we ended up going to our old time favorite bar, and we just kind of reminisced with friends. We found like 4 or 5 people we always used to go to karaoke with, and we all just kind of sat around the bar. It was pretty quiet, and we each were at different tables, and we all just talked, so it was fun. The filing cabinet, guess what, you guys? I did it today. So excited. Done. Spiritual. I've done so much with this as well. I didn't get to Oracle yet. Ideally I want to do tarot and Oracle cards like each once a week, not just once, but I will do this like either today or tomorrow. It won't take long. I didn't touch any altar stuff, and that's just all that is like I have a little shelf above my desk where I keep a little incense holder, and then I keep this this is called a chakra. Is it called chakra? I don't know, but it's like little tiny gemstones that are put in this bracelet, and it's deals with like the 7 chakras. And then I have some crystals and stuff on my desk, but I haven't had time to put it together. So I'm going to do that. And it's just like the little space where I just kind of sit in front of it. And if I were to meditate, I just use that. I burn some incense and then meditate right next to that. So that's what I call my altar. I did tarot. I did that yesterday. I did some journaling. I did not get a chance to read. So that I haven't even hardly read Outlander. I've read like 3 times this week, including today. And it's just, I only get to read little chunks, like maybe 10-minute chunks here and there. And Outlander is so huge. So that is like my main goal, to get through those 3 books. And I still need to finish the 12-week year. I've finished, I think I'm halfway done, but I haven't finished. It's basically the whole book just kind of talks about how you're treating, like, you know, 1 week is a month, etc., etc. And instead of having like goals for the entire year, your goals for the entire year will be condensed into the 12 weeks. So that's all it is. So I did notes because I did that with my tarot. It's basically journaling. Health, water, I haven't been successful at 7 days a week. I think I've managed to do at least 4 days, but I can't check it off. I already crossed those things off because I forget it, you guys. I haven't even. Night routine, I wrote it out. I just haven't followed it yet, but I will. As soon as my son starts going back to school, I'm going to follow it at least the 5 nights out of the week, Monday to Friday when he's in school. Gummies I have been taking. Night routine, I wrote it out. Future board pics, I have to do that today. So I'm going to find the pictures, put them on a file, and then I'm going to print them out at Walmart with just like the instant printing. And then I've got a board downstairs I'm going to put beside me. I'm going to get rid of my picture that I have up on the wall. Maybe at some point I'll show you guys. But there's this picture that I had up on the wall when I used to have my table and the space where my desk now occupies. And it looked really nice, but now that my desk is here, I'm going to put my future board right there. And so I haven't done that, but I did journal. I did my kids' journal. That's basically just me updating. I've got a journal for each of them that I'll give them when it's finished or when they're older, that every day or when they do something funny or a new development, like especially for my daughter, an achievement, something like that, I'll write it down as a journal entry, and then they can read it when they're older. Read Outlander I have, and shadow work I have done 2. I have this like specific journal. I'll try to leave it down below. It's actually from Amazon, but it's a shadow work journal that deals with traumatic situations from when you were younger. Kind of what they say, like what happens in your childhood affects who you are as a person today. And I've had a lot of traumatic situations, and I'm just gonna check here because I do have a schedule for my blogs. If you guys are interested, I got really personal here. I think it's January 17th, and I'm kind of going into more spiritual stuff here the next few blogs I've writing. The Mondays is going to be the mystery of magical repeating numbers. I've got a whole lot to say there. That's a little personal, but January 17th blog, it's going to be about trauma, and more specifically the trauma that happened to me in my life, and not so much how I'm affected right now, but the triggers that kind of set me off to remember those past situations. And when I have episodes and remember what happened in those situations, it's almost like I live through it again every single day. So I'm doing a lot of journaling and a lot of work right now on shadow work to help me process that and help me get past that trauma, because like I've come a long way. Like there's no drama in my life anymore. You know, we're in a good spot right now, but I've had depression in the past and anxiety. I still have anxiety every now and then. There's just certain situations that trigger that. And I talk a lot about that in January 17th vlog. So if you guys want to check that out, it will be on my website, but it will also be on Medium. I'm pretty sure I have all the links down in my description box. So if you guys want to take a read, again, it's very, very personal to me, but I feel like part of me sharing it with you is that's also going to help me. And maybe you guys have some trauma of your own that you would share, or maybe it will help you, or maybe you have some positive feedback from me as well. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, that is it for this, and we're going to rewrite this. I'm just going to fast forward here because I've done a lot of talking. Actually, we're already half an hour into the video, and all I've done is talk. So I'm probably going to have the same headings. I'm going to try to be a bit more specific this time. All right, let's do this. So we are back. As you can see, things have calmed down a little bit, so I'm not like doing as much for spiritual or business. And on this side, I increased family stuff because Chad will be home, so we'll be doing more stuff with the kids. So as you can see, we'll have a movie night. We're going to have to clean the house and do the bedding. A master bedroom and dresser. So I've got a whole bunch of kid clothes I got to take out of there. I'm probably going to do that today, so it won't even matter for this week, but we'll see how much work I can get done before this week happens. If I do get it done, I'll just cross it out. We're going to have date night on Saturday and swimming on Sunday, and then maybe I'll put those dates on there. Saturday, swimming on Sunday, and then my husband gets home Tuesday. Monday it's supposed to warm up, so maybe that week when it's warm we can go sledding. For personal, I want to focus on my night routine, especially because my son does go back to school Monday, so that I can start following it and pretty much starting it at a certain time, like whether that's 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or whatever. I want to journal, write in my kids' journal, do my shadow work, and this is at least like 2 entries and like during that week, just so I can prepare and start working on it. Future board, I want to get that done. I want to read these books, write in my commonplace book. Health, I want to track my water, up at 5 Monday to Friday at the very least. Bed by 11 and take my gummies. And then for spiritual, I want to do tarot, oracle, meditate, and maybe set up my altar, as I was explaining earlier. And business, I want to work on my business, templating, edit my New Year's makeup look. So that's like the next one I'll be posting. For my blog, I always edit it. It's basically edited, but I have a few current blogs I have to like post the link in there, and then I have to transfer it to Medium and then add it to all the social sites. And then lastly, for creator, I've got my Monday blog. I'll be actually writing a blog because my husband comes home Tuesday night, and this will be for that week, because usually Wednesday would be the day I do that, but because he's home, I'll probably be filming Wednesday. I have to work on my stickers Tuesday, do date night makeup Saturday, budget for the week on the Wednesday, Thursday, Franklin on the Friday, fancy plans whenever they come. So that says Tuesday. I'll try to do that video during that week, and also filming my February bullet journal setup. So that's it for my goals. I'm going to put this in my planner. I'm just going to keep this one to reference it for the next couple of days because, like I said, today is only Friday and we still need to get through on to Sunday. So I will find the day, and I'm going to put this back under here. Okay, and then, so the next thing on my task card is to review the personal calendar. So I look at the calendar, the master task list, and then we go ahead and schedule the week. And then once that's scheduled, I'll write out all of my weekly tasks and transfer any tasks from the previous week. So as for the calendar, before we do anything, actually, this is so confusing because I'm still trying to figure out where my own stuff is. I'm going to be pulling out the week. Let's pull out the week first. So yeah, so this is this week. We'll look at that at the end. This is next week that we'll be planning for. And I'm just going to take a look at the monthly calendar to see what we need to schedule in for the week. So we do have a bank appointment coming up. I'm probably going to have to go to the grocery store Sunday. Well, I don't know, because my mom actually brought me lunch meat. Let's see. Today's Friday. She brought me lunch meat Thursday. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the lunch meat will probably still be good for Monday for when my son goes to school, because I have to pack his lunch again. So I'll probably go to the grocery store Monday, because my mom also helped me. She helps me. She brought me some strawberries that I had to pay her for. So I have stuff for the kids for my son for Monday anyway. And then I'll go to the grocery store that same day. It's going to be nice and warm out. So it'd probably be like, at probably midday, it'll be like, I don't know, 5, 6 degrees out. So it'll be really, really nice. And then my husband comes home Tuesday. He'll be home Wednesday. We have a bank appointment that we just set up. I'll be doing my budget Wednesday, paying the bills, getting cash out on the 13th, planning on the Friday. And then it'll be, I had to redo this. So like the last time I did the monthly setup, I forgot when my husband was home, but it's going to be this week he'll be home instead of this week. So I had to pull up the washi tape and just kind of revamp everything. And then also I got the garbage stickers wrong. So I had put the food waste on the garbage day. So I had to switch that. And then we'll be having, I didn't put date night here because I had put it on the wrong day. I'll just pull out another one because I have them accessible right here. So these are just from my own shop that I made some date night stickers, because I realized it's like one sticker that I never had the right size for. So I was like, I need that. Oh, and that's not today. Why am I putting it on the wrong day? So it's actually on the 15th here. I was putting it on the wrong day. So yeah, so it'll be food waste this upcoming week instead of garbage. So that's fine. So just pretty much the bank appointment, groceries on Monday. It'll kind of be back to a regular schedule, which will be nice because I haven't had a regular routine in a long time, you guys. It's been forever since, because the kids were out of school for an extra week after holidays. So it's just going to be nice to get back into a routine, try to get up at 5. So that's not much to do on there. As for my list, so you guys, I ran out of room for the monthly list, and I had to add like another sheet on. This is just like from the Planner Love. Like I think this is like the same type of binder that I have, actually, that pattern. I have to add all of these things in. I'm actually going to have to add some of these things, like cut my son's hair before he goes back to school, and wash my dogs. And what else can I cross off here? I did the filing cabinet. I prepped it for 2022. I stored my planners for last year. I have to do the kids' clothes and my dressers. It's kind of like 2 in 1. And I wouldn't mind getting the microwave cupboard done, but I'm pretty sure I won't be able to get it done this week. So maybe I can add it to when my husband's home, because I think it'll be easier to do. So yeah. So I might add the cut my son's hair to like this list, even if I could do it tonight maybe. We'll see if he lets me, because he doesn't like me when I cut it. As for reading, I never got a chance. I did do the outline for my templating. I haven't spent any money other than like food wise and stuff, so I'm proud of myself there. We have followed through with the Budget Mom Savings Challenge, so I saved $1 for each of us, so $4. So I'm going to try doing it for me, my husband, and my 2 kids. It's going to be a lot probably, but if I could save up like $4,000 just by doing that, that would be freaking amazing, even if it is over the course of the year. Okay. So that is pretty easy. So I think that's it. So I'm just going to like leave it open. Like, of course, we'll go to the weekly page too and just check that and see if there's anything I can pull over. But for now, I'm just going to refer to this. And we have this out in front of us like so. And we're going to start planning. Like I said, I am going to use a few quote stickers if I can fit them on the page. I'm going to use this sticker book because it's so beautiful. And I'm going to use some washi tape perhaps. So let's get this week going. Okay, you guys, so I'm done decorating this page, and I feel like, I don't know, sometimes white space scares me. I know people are like, well, what do you do if like something comes up during the week? I usually try to add it in and squeeze it in as much as I can. But yeah, like this is more white space than I'm used to. Usually I just sticker everything, but I'm gonna leave it because I like how it looks, and we're gonna focus on this page now. I haven't really decorated it because I want to write out my list first, see if I want to fill out any of these sections here, like the top 5, dream big, and goals, and then see, like, maybe I'll put a sticker here, or maybe I'll put some of the washi tape that came in the sticker kit here. I don't know yet, but I am going to bring my planner back over and just check out the current week. And now, was there anything from here I wanted to add? A lot of this stuff I'm going to have done already. Oh yeah, I was going to add the microwave cupboard and wash the dogs. So I'll leave that for that. Of course, the reading is just kind of like expected. But this is what we have going on this week. So I already have microwave cupboard on here. Filing cabinet is done. I wanted to clean out the fridge feature board setup, which I'll try to do today. So I didn't do too bad, actually. I got my Nespresso order and my calendar order yesterday, so I'm only waiting for Simply Gilded and my Fancy Plans inserts. And I guess now I'm waiting for my new cloth and paper, but that won't be for another couple weeks yet. So yeah, so overall not too bad. So that's what we'll add on this week here. Okay guys, so I think that's it, because honestly, I transferred over every task I didn't complete like this week, and there's still a few things I want to get done between Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I think I want to keep this light because I do have some work and a lot of filming to do actually this week, which I didn't put on here because it's in my happy planner. So I'm really happy with this setup. I love a neutral setup. I have changed it. Like I said before, I used to love color, but I have changed my ways of thinking. So anyway, that is it for this week. We're going to put it back into my planner, and that is it for this video, because again, I am only filming the home week instead of like the entire thing. The only thing I'm going to do, like kind of like I did here, I never used this page. This was a Simply Gilded die cut sticker, but I'm going to put a sticker on the notes page on this side too, because I feel like I could use up this sticker sheet. I have, like I said, you guys, I've got so many stickers, and I feel good. I can throw one sheet from my bazillion stickers. So, and I'm just going to put this on a day next week, probably like right here. There. So then I can throw this sheet away. And I feel like I've accomplished something else with my stickers. I actually threw away something that I could get rid of. So anyway, so this is the second week of January. So I mean, it looks really fresh, right? I like this a lot. This is the first week. It was crazy busy. And again, I'll have lots of things to do here. I'm going to try to fit in all of my goal work every time I can. Even if my husband is here, I'm going to try to do as much as I can. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe and click on the bell button. And we'll see you guys again here, same time, same place, and next week. Bye, friends.